Hey y'all, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you're here. If you are new, please consider subscribing, and if you like this video, give me a like. I need some feedback. I need to know. I need to know. So I want to take a moment and let y'all know that you probably need to grab a beverage. Grab some coffee if it's the morning time or whenever you drink coffee. Grab a beer, whatever. Let's get cozy. We're gonna get cozy. In my case, I'm getting caffeinated. I act like that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but I digress. This is my monthly wrap up. I feel like I just did one last week. I need to get my life together, but anywho, that's not here or there. So for the month of June, I read about, let's see, about 5 books total, which I'm really surprised because the amount of books on here, about 3 books on here were over 600 pages or close to that. Don't ask me how I do it. Anywho, the first book that I read, I don't actually have a physical copy because I'm loaning it to someone, but it is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini, and I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. It's a sci-fi, and it's kind of like Mass Effect, the video games, meets Star Trek. Reminds me of Star Trek too. But it is about a woman who is, I believe, like a xenologist. She's some kind of scientist, and she's on a planet where they're trying to figure out if it is safe enough to colonize and move the people there, because everything is just kind of too crowded. They've already colonized Mars, they've colonized a good majority of the planets in the Milky Way. So she's there trying to figure things out, and she stumbles upon an artifact. She's not really sure what it is, but she ends up touching it, which she knows is no. I mean, unless you were like, oh, I wonder if I'm gonna get magical powers. You did. You did, bitch. But it is morphing into her genes. It is some kind of exosuit, but it's like it's mechanical, but at the same time it's a living thing. And then some aliens show up because they want it, and they want to try and take over the Milky Way, and it just kind of ensues from there. So if you're a Mass Effect fan, or even just science fiction fan in general, it's really good. Then I did a buddy read with my friends Stacy from Stacy's All Booked and Jolene from Jolene Reads, and then also Brandy. It was so much fun. We did a 24-hour readathon. We started at midnight. We kind of got together and did some live streams, and
I'm Team Reese right now.
I'm assuming you say Tamlin, you mean tampon. That's what you're sharing.
Do you have a nickname for anybody else?
No, not yet.
I thought that was perfect.
It is.
Because it starts with a T and ends with an N. And it could mean so many things.
And they'd all be right.
Did I even tell you what we read? We read A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. It was a reread for me, and I have to say I gave it a 5 stars. Again. Nobody surprised. Anybody? No, I'm not surprised. Okay, yeah, nobody's surprised. This chunker, so popular on YouTube, so I'm not really going to go into it and describe it, but I will say that it is a fantasy. It's about elves. Yeah, no, this is about fae, high fae, not elves. And it is the second book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. The next book that I read was something I kind of stumbled upon, and I'll talk about it here in a little bit, but I found this author who he was talking about his book on the forum that I visit quite frequently. He's also on Twitter, but I stumbled upon it, and I was like, you know what? I'm on a sci-fi kick. Let's just do it. Let's do it. I read Unplugged by J.B. Taylor. Y'all, it was a good month. When I tell you this is my new favorite apocalyptic series. Wait, what's the word? It's not really apocalypse. Is it apocalypse? Dystopian. Ha! When I tell y'all that this book is my new favorite dystopian of all time, I'm not joking. I had so much fun reading this. I can't do it justice, so I'm just going to read off of the book description and then I'll kind of tell you my thoughts. Zendaya Fernwood carries with her a secret. The world around her is a lie, an ingeniously designed digital prison for the mind. Escape occupies her every thought. Freedom is her goal and nothing will stop her from unplugging. What awaits Zendaya is a fate far worse than she could have imagined. Beyond her prison is a scorched earth where man and machine wage war in a seemingly endless campaign of suffering. There is hope on the horizon, a unique figure with the potential of rising from the shadows of the scorched earth to make a difference, to finally, after so very long, give humans the freedom they deserve. So if you're getting Matrix vibes, you're not wrong. Nay, you are very much right. It is really good. I liked it a lot, if you can't tell. Zendaya is my fave. Ooh. So this is book 1 in a duology. Just read it. It's great. It's a great book. It's a quick read. I feel like I'm girl crushing on this book, but that's just how much I enjoyed it. Like, I wish I could be like, yeah, it was okay. I'd be lying, so. Sorry. Then I read Nocturne by H.B. Diaz. Can you see that? This is a collection of horror short stories, and the variety that is in this book, well, I don't know what to tell you. There's just so much gore, and then there's other short stories that are like psychological horror, you know. Oh, it's terrible. I'm not doing this justice whatsoever. I won this in a giveaway. Steve was very generous in offering the giveaway and I couldn't help myself. It's horror, it's a short stories. It's a bunch of short stories. It's not just one, it's a bunch. Go check out Steve from Steve Talks About Books and Stuff. Also, he's got a forum going where I've kind of infiltrated. He's always doing stuff like live streams. We're always talking about TV shows. Definitely check it out. I'll have it in the description box below. That's also where I met the lovely ladies that I mentioned earlier. So, yeah. Go check it out. Then I read The Greatness That Is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. It is about 3 different women and their points of view. You have Eliza, who is 12 years old. She is a maid. This is set in it's set in about the 1800s, around there. Her and Nella, who is this apothecary, she helps provide cures and poisons to women who are suffering, whether that be from a family member, their husband, whatever. In a sense, Nella is kind of like the superhero for women, but also at the same time she's a serial killer. Then we zoom to modern day time where we meet Caroline. Caroline has just found out that her husband has been cheating on her. For their 10th anniversary, they were supposed to go together to Europe. That is something that she's always wanted to do. Caroline is going to Europe. She's there by herself, and she's just completely thrown her itinerary out the window because she was supposed to do that stuff with her husband, and now she's just needing to do some soul searching. So she goes mudlarking, and she finds a vial, and that vial was actually one of Nella's way back when. And so she kind of starts doing research. Slowly, bits by bits, she realizes and finds out Nella is the lost apothecary who helped killed all these men. That was long-winded and unnecessary, but it's okay. Once again, I gave The Lost Apothecary 4 out of 5 stars. Not only is it a beautiful cover, but it is a beautiful story. Let me know how you guys did in the comments below. If you made it this far, I want a sun emoji. Please definitely give me a like, consider subscribing, put that sun emoji in the comments down below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye.